Hi, my name is Nomthando Ngwetsheni. I am a singer, songwriter, and a composer. 26 years old and born and raised in the Eastern Cape, Port Elizabeth. Moved to Johannesburg to chase my dream, and this is my story. Let's start from the beginning. Where did you grow up? I grew up in Port Elizabeth, raised by my grandparents because my mom had to move to Johannesburg like any other parent back in those days. There was not much happening for her in Port Elizabeth, and she moved to Johannesburg. And yeah, I grew up with my grandparents, and life was very good for me. How did you find music? Music found me. I was 6 or I was 5, I think, around that time. And my mom will come and visit and bring us those cassettes and CDs of Brenda Fassie. And she'll play, you know how our parents also like certain songs? She'll keep repeating this one song, Yaga Brenda, Memeza. Oh, that song will do stuff to me. And I didn't understand what Memeza meant maybe that then. But now that I think about it, music, it be memeza, like within me. So I think music found me. Tell me about your sisters. Naledi, Bulelwa, no Malerato. Life was good, like I said. Easy life in PE. We all went to school together, and it was only in 2001 where we were going to visit our parents this side. And on our way here, we never reached our destination. The carriage that we were in, train, it came out of the train and it started rolling. After the accident, I kept asking about them because in hospital, I was in one room. So when I woke up, I'm like, okay, but we were like 4 of us. Where are the others? No, they're in other rooms. They're asking about you. They're okay. Until like 4 days before the funeral, I'm told that we're going back to PE. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. But yeah, they were going to find a way to get us into a plane and go back to PE for the funeral. So my grandmother comes to me and she's telling me that they're no longer with us. What do you mean? Because you say they were asking about me. And then she just started crying, and that was the end of it. No one came to me and said, no, the train crashed and this happened to them, until I was 16, and I had so many things happening in my life, and I needed my sisters to share these things with, and actually the pain actually hit me at that age. I have conversations with myself, and when I need to talk to God, I always tap into that space with them as well, that, girls, if only you were here. And then I start offloading within that space, and then whatever I feel afterwards, I feel like I've been answered because of allowing them to be in my space most of the time. So yeah. Next question. What inspires your music? My experiences, where I am and what I'm doing or who I'm with. Sometimes that inspires my music as well, because when I'm with, you find that I'm at church, for instance, that vibe, that spirit surround that environment also inspires me. When I'm in a club, there's a different vibe, and that inspires me as well. When you just sit and you watch people dance to a certain beat, when you're at church and you see people clapping and you're like, what is happening to them? And you haven't tapped into that space as well until I'm alone and I'm like, that inspired me. I want to make music like that. And then you go to a club and you see somebody who can dance and they're in their own zone. You're like, I want to make music that can make a person do that. So that inspires me as well. Let's talk about relationship. What is the recipe for an ideal partner? For me, it's what you are, that you represent to me and I love. I'm going to tap into it because somehow it's going to connect us, because what you love about yourself and I love about you is going to be what you love about me as well. So yeah, I think that's the recipe. Do you mind singing as a tune? Okay, I'm going to sing my favorite song, Mayine. Mayine vula, Mayine vula, Mayine vula. at that time in my life, I felt like I was going through a dry season in my life. And dry season for me was I had shut down from listening to the things that I had to hear. I had shut down from being active instead of being passive. So I'll meet people and I'm like, oh, I'll go to places and I'm like, oh well. I wasn't inspired by things. I didn't feel like I was being me around that time. So my unit came at a perfect time where I just wanted to come back and be me and feel the rain. What is the best piece of advice you have ever received? The most important person in my life was my granddad. Oh, I love that man with everything. He used to say to me in Xhosa, "Uli orange, uli usisiqhamo sesizwe," and he always say uli orange because he always says when you peel an orange, those little things, I don't know, the juice of the peels, it will hurt your eyes, but you don't stop because you know what's inside, And the thing about an orange, you eat it and there's those little seeds inside. You can also put it back because you enjoyed it. You want it to grow again. So every time I sing and every time I do anything, I always take that with me, that my voice could be a seed for the next person who's gonna have the certain passion that I have and drive. But if I don't take it seriously, this is calm, it's orange, then what's the point? I'm actually putting myself in a tunnel and it's always gonna be dark. Yeah, that's the best advice I ever had. Sorry. This morning I woke up and it's actually the way he died that always kills me inside. I know my granddad is home 3 o'clock, gates are locked. He does this special thing that now I realize how special it was. He will lock the gates the whole day, but when I come back from work, I don't have the key. So he just wanted me to come by the gate and just knock there for him to come and walk me inside the house. So this is what we did every day. And people around never understood why can't you just open your gate when you get home? But I knew that he just wants to have that little chat because when you go inside the house, you drop your bag and you want to switch on the TV, you even ignore there's somebody in the house to say, how are you, how's your day? So he told me that thing by opening the gate for me and us walking that distance to the house. We have shared, by the time I walk in, I'm like, I'm home because of that little chat. So this day, he didn't lock the gate. He wasn't at home. The house keys were chucked somewhere for me. He never does this, but for some reason, even when I'm walking around the house, I know that there's a key that's been chucked in there. Let me check. And I open the house, it's not in. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. I call my mom in Joburg. Your dad is not home. What's his problem? We're just gossiping about him that he found a girlfriend and we're laughing about it. 7, 8. Now I'm getting very worried. Long story short, my granddad was bumped by a car. We don't know that person. He never came to tell us what happened, nothing. He was found by paramedics, and when they shared the story, they're like, he was hurt, and the only thing he wanted to do was get up because he had to come and open the gate for me. He has to go home and open the gate for me. What would you tell your 18-year-old self? Passion is not what people tell you to do, and passion is not what you see other people doing because you think they've made it. Passion is within. You just need to relax and just let it take over you. What do you love about being a woman? I love the fact that I can influence, I can inspire, if I sometimes you clean up, and you look so good, and people look at you and you're like, yeah, she looks nice, and you get like a little girl. I was like, hello, Cece, you look so nice. And I'm like, you need to take care of yourself so you can be like that. It's like, okay, my job is done as a woman. Because if you can look good, feel good, and act good, you're done. Thank you. Crazy. Okay?